with that film was kind of the first, kind of like the turning point where I was probably felt the most empowered, where I would, you know, feel that it was okay to turn down things, where, but I probably also wasn't probably in the best position in my career to be able to turn down things too. So but all the roles were very like still stereotypical because the industry was still trying to catch up to the progressive things that we did in Better Luck Tomorrow. So I lost out on a lot of roles by saying no, 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 that someone else got, and then was probably paying their dues doing that kind of stuff, but probably felt really empty inside. Um, but I have no regrets with that. But I'm just saying, that was a factor that definitely very early on, not really early on. I was acting. I'd been acting 6 years when I'd done Better Luck Tomorrow, but it just made me realize, you know what? I don't have to say yes to all these things, because there is some good content out there. But with Better Luck Tomorrow being almost 10 years ago, there hasn't been that many that have come that made me go, yes, this is exactly like this like BLT. Um, but it's kind of picking and choosing your battles, and then there's a point where I had to realize, okay, how I can't say no to everything, otherwise I'm never gonna work. So it really was sort of making the most out of any project that came my way, to try to help the director with in terms of feedback, in terms of making a character fuller. I did that several times, and it was great because I wasn't afraid of being fired from the set, and in every single case, whenever I spoke up, everyone has been very receptive. It wasn't somebody that they were writing something that was purposely being vindictive or stereotypical. It was more out of ignorance. They didn't have any Asian friends, or they just kind of, yeah, that's all they know. That's what they've seen previously in films that they based on. So when someone, they're looking for this kind of feedback and this collaboration from the actors. Wow, I get to, in the future, everybody's hair is just long on one side. I was like, this is awesome. And I got to have these hair extensions that took forever to put in, so we just kept them in. And I remember taking those extensions out after we were done shooting, and I was like scratching my head for like a good 5 minutes, going, oh, it feels so good.
Literally on and off set, you were wearing hair extensions. Right?
Yes, I had just had my first child, and there's pictures of me holding her, and my hair just draping down. I had a bobby pin that would I just like keep in there from falling down in her face. So yeah, that was my life for a couple months. And then I have to say, working with her, once it came down to brass tacks and doing the actual work, I mean, she's a solid actress, and she's very open, and she's very, she it's a very give and take situation. He's been great. I mean, there's really no reason for him to put me in. Um, I mean, besides that, we sort of have like a secondhand language, in terms of working. But he's been really great in that everything that I've been in has been different, and which has been great because it's in Holliston I'm this I play this I'm a porn star basically, and with a Boston accent, In Hatchet I'm this guy who is a con artist, who has this gumbo accent, and then this Asian accent, and then later he doesn't have an Asian accent at all at the end of the movie, and then in Fairy Tale Police I play a cop that polices fairy tale characters with Rachel Lee Cook. In the TiVo, I'm I've fallen in love with my physical TiVo. She appears and she gets jealous when I bring a girl home. I mean, it's just all so varied, and it's great that he has a certain trust that I can pull it off, or just trying to challenge me. Not playing the same thing all the time. He had us uh, with a bunch of actors, with Teddy Chen and Kenzo and Clint Jung and Jerry Ying, and we just all pretended that we were in a casting session. I mean, it's kind of what we do every day. You know, just all the BS that we talk. You know, the dynamics with actors, what you're up to. You know, and watching the other sessions of these beautiful women coming in for a different a product. So that's pretty much what the scene was for starting from scratch, for us at least. So and it's always great to help out.